Dynasty here, and we are gonna be playing Simulacra 3. So, and I'm already at the start. Welcome back, Paul. What? Such a background. Why would you want that as a background? Creepy. Finally, Rook. Having fun with the left? If you're done being nosy, we've got some work to do. Hey, who are you calling Rook? Excuse me. It's not personal, just what we call all the new hires. You're actually Rook number 3, but it's useless to specify when it's just the two of us. This is Ruby Myers, reporter for the Stone Creek Citizens. Or as you might know from your daily coffee runs, Double Rosetto on the rocks. Don't tell our editor, but we'll be working on an assignment of our own. Alright. I'm listening. What's the scoop? Straight to the point. We might just get along. If you paid attention to the news cycle, you know that things aren't going well for Stone Creek. Other than the mess of the whole resort town fiasco, people are going missing at an alarming rate. No one doing anything to investigate this. Is there a pattern of victims? Man, my neck looks fat. Alrighty. For now, it's hard to say. The victims themselves are pretty varied. People from all walks of life have vanished. The only thing that connects them is that they were normal people leading normal lives. When did it first start? Reports trailed in a month or two ago, and they haven't stopped since. I have a feeling it began much earlier when the numbers were small and easier to ignore. I have a source, Paul Castillo, a huge mystery and history buff. Really knows his way around town, though people tend to underestimate him because of his demeanor. But he's got good instincts. What do you mean, his demeanor? What's Paul like? How do I answer this? Unpredictable is Paul's default setting. To most people, he seems unhinged, and that makes it easier to write him off. Still, it doesn't make him untrustworthy. So he's a pretty popular guy? On the contrary, he's pretty secretive, keeps to himself all the time. Here we go. Does a lot of writing, though. I guess that's the only thing we have in common. How does this guy operate? When he's set on a topic, he'll go out of his way to find out everything about it, which makes him pretty useful for my stories. He's also connected with the local community, got some real town spirit. Why is he important to the story? Oh my goodness. Paul was convinced that he was close to solving the mystery and wanted to show me the evidence he had. And instead of setting up a meet, he sent this. A strange box. The phone you're using now was in the box. No explanation, nothing. It doesn't make sense. Are you sure this is typical behavior for him? I don't know if it's a warning or if it's some experimental form of communication. That device is our only connection to him and the answers we need. This is where you come in. Wouldn't this be easier if you did this yourself? That'll only bog me down, and I don't want to lose momentum at the start, so... Have you had a chance to look over the phone yet? It won't be what you expect. The thing functions differently than most. Like I said, Paul's careful. I had to use it once and almost smashed it out of frustration. Looks like a normal phone to me. That's what he wants you to think. You know, in the events... I can't talk today. I can't talk any day. You know, in the events of this falls into the wrong hands, he left this phone for a reason. Maybe he hid an instruction or something. A memo? Video maybe? Go on. Get looking. Alright. Media. So click on it. Wait. Boop. The phone's content is locked behind Atlas. Paul explains the way to unlock it. I don't think it's gonna play it. My phone's not the best. Data unlocked. Most of the phone's contents are locked behind Atlas. To restore them, please upload the proper notes to the locked pins. I already got one note right here. It's really slow. Here we go. I think I found something. Excuse me. This is it. Paul, what did you get yourself into? Things are about to shake up in Stone Creek, that's for sure. He mentioned using Atlas. Paul kept his investigation on his phone. Unlocking it is our priority. Atlas is his tool of choice. He explained it well in the video. Think you can manage it? Think you can manage it, Rook? I could give you some pointers if you need a nudge. How hard can it be? Okay, then show me what you got. Get full access to the phone and tell me once you find something related to the investigation. In the meantime, I'm going to check an old meet-up point Paul and I used previously. Hi. Mail. In accordance to the mayor's announcement on the recent lockdown restrictions to curb the rising cases of missing persons, the following procedures are now in effect. 1. A curfew from 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. has been enforced. All businesses will need to cease operations until exempted by the town's emergency task force. Traveling will be heavily regulated, only allowing for the procurement of essential needs or tending to emergencies subjected to the decision of local law enforcement. Recreational activities are only allowed at the approved facilities, namely those under the Briar Development Company. Myrotech employees have been granted exemption from these restrictions, provided they show their passes to the relevant authorities when asked. Your lockdown pass is attached below. A call to action for the citizens of Stone Creek to submit anonymous tips. This is how the paper can rally the voices. Kind of reminds me of the second Simulacra a bit. 1 second. Oh, I'm gonna sit up. It's like, oh, we got new stuff, huh? The Da Costa Community Center Committee is organizing a peaceful sit-in protest at Cloud Square, previously Stone Creek Square. I keep on burping today. Oh my gosh. Join us against Stone Creek's remodel as a resort town. Lobby the town's council and demand for affordable housing initiatives to support local business and improvements for community infrastructures and facilities. Marie. Good day, Paul. I've been a fan of your blog for a while. Reading it always makes me remember Stone Creek's rich folklore. I have something to contribute, but your site seems to be down at the moment. So I thought, why not just send an email? So here goes. Over the past few weeks, I have noticed something strange. There were these weird carvings around my house. While trying to patch them up, I found small toy cars near them, tucked away under my bed at the corner of drawers, stuck between stepping stones on my porch. When I see these toys, I can't help but feel that there's maybe she had a child that went missing or something. And like maybe a simulacra took it away or something. And the memories went away, I'm guessing. I tried very hard to recall any events leading up to these findings, and the earliest memory I have was me cleaning the bathtub from dirty water. Not just any water, but water from the lake. I know its color, its smell. I used to swim there a lot when I was a kid. I thought I was experiencing some sort of memory loss, but the doctors say it's nothing. Since it was lake water, I suspect perhaps I had an encounter with the beldam, and I somehow blocked it off. You're the expert of this matter, so I am hoping that my story is something that you might find interesting. If there is anything else you wish to know, please do. I am also open to meeting up if that is something you're interested in. Once again, I appreciate what you're doing for the town. Thank you. The warehouse encounter, is that what happens to everyone who disappears? I wish I had a better phone. This fall. Charge phone. Shouldn't express. Oh. Let's go back maybe if I. Come on. This is like me today. Never like me at all. Still doing some more exploring. Let's put it like right there. Copper. Stopped and then whipped her head around. My dog. I get 2. one right next to me, and then one over there biting her booty. Come here! Come here! No noise! Come here! Be good babies and come up here. Come on. Up, up, up. This way. Come on. Ow. No! Good girl. Make sure he won't eat your booty this time. Notes. Where? Feed. If you hear a crack in the background, that's my toe cracking. Just like stretching my toes and stuff, and just like crazy. Elise. Let's go back up. Up, up. Come on, up. There we go. Hi, sorry, is this Elise? I was wondering if I could ask you some questions about the case you reported. About your son? Are you an officer of the sheriff's office? I didn't think anyone from the station believed me. You have no idea how relieved I am to hear from someone. No. Actually, my name is Paul. Think of me as a, private investigator of sorts. What? I don't understand. Where would you be interested in helping me find my son? I've been following the other disappearance in Stone Creek. Theirs are nothing like yours. You said everyone else forgot him? George? George, yes, George. That was his name. It's getting hard to remember my sweet boy. Oh, you won't tell me I'm crazy, will you? I can't do this again if you're just going to tell me he doesn't exist. That's not my place to say. What you're going through is unimaginable. I want to help you. And I want to understand. I don't know. How about I give you a call and you tell me about George? I'll listen. It might help you hold on to the memory of him. That sounds... Okay, let's do it. Aw, poor woman. How's the assignment treating you, Rook? Any progress? I've unlocked Paul's phone. There's this video. I've never seen anything like this before. What the hell is happening here? How did Paul know where to find him? He might have kept track of the people who were reported missing, put some feelers out and waited. I've seen him do something similar before. It's some real red string board stuff. Paul had to have information about this man somewhere. How else did he find him? Is he the type to document everything? Oh yeah, especially when he's on the trail. If I remember quickly, he uploads it privately online too. His blog, Stone Creek Files. He might not have posted about it yet, but I'm willing to bet his investigation notes are on there. Damn it, it's down. Let me guess. It gets reported for spam. Goodness. that and for misinformation once it was because he was labeled as a public nuisance. But he never fails to bring it back from the dead. That blog means a lot to him. Right. Why don't you try to access Paul's blog while I search that place? I recognize the logo on the lanyard. Sunny Express Warehouse, east of Stone Creek. Girl, excuse me? Did you see what happened to the other guy? Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, Rook. It's going to take a lot more than that to scare me. We won't get anywhere without some risks. Let me know once you're in his blog. It's bound to be a treasure trove. We'll be able to get some good leads there. See you on the other side. Okay. Ruby, I know you don't want me to bring this up, but I have to. I know what you're going to say. The answer is no. Why? That woman is suffering right now. All she needs is someone, anyone to listen to her. Reach out. I can't risk my reputation for that. Besides, small stories like these don't do much for my quota. I already worked things out with her. I know her story sounds crazy, but her pain sounds real. And it's not like you need to validate her or anything. Just let her story be out there. Why can't you do it? Your blog is perfect place for that kind of thing. I can, but I think she needs a more legit platform. Otherwise, people will just think she's crazy. She is crazy. Wow, girl, goodness. What's your problem? I'm just calling it as it is. If I gave her a pass, then what? Anyone could just come up to me and just say whatever they want. I know you. You can't stop yourself from helping everyone. But we can't help everyone. I am not in the business of helping people. Your stories affect people, whether you like it or not. They don't call you the best journalist in Stone Creek for nothing. Stop. I'm sorry, but we've been through this. My stories are just stories. When they are done, they are done. If people want to use it as a beacon of hope or whatever, so be it. It just distracts me from my next gig. At least do it for me. For all you know, it could be a lead to something big. Think of this as another hunch of mine, and you know my hunches. Fine, I will at least talk to her. But no promises, okay? That's good enough for me. Girl, you rude as hell. So, I picked up a copy of the Stone Creek Citizen this morning. Surprised I didn't see the story on the front page. Could it be Ruby Myers has a heart? Ooh. Ugh. Don't go spreading rumors. Andrew's story, it's just lower on my list right now, that's all. Ooh, breaking news, everyone. Ruby Myers has gone soft. If that's supposed to encourage me to be more merciful, it's not working. And she's back. Why didn't you run it, Ruby? You were pretty dead set on it the last time we spoke. You can thank good old Mayor Richardson for that. Andrew dividing council's funds is a juicy story. Goodness. And it would have made them look like idiots too. Then I saw the quote from the mayor's office. There are no homeless people in Stone Creek. The damn nerve of him. Yeah, Richardson's a monster. It stinks that Andrew works for him, but you can't deny that he's using that money for good. I mean, undermining the mayor's authority and slipping money towards the local shelters? Take that. If I published Richardson could have twisted the story and claimed that he was putting effort into addressing the homelessness issue in Stone Creek, hence justifying his quote. I'm not helping them earn any goodwill. The thoughts of it boils my blood. Well, I still believe you did it because you believe in Andrew's cause. You care about Stone Creek, Rue. And here I thought Richardson was going to be the one to twist my words. Just between the lines. And you suck at it. Anyway, gotta run. Rook just got in with some coffee. Text me when you get better comprehension skills. I forgot what was I doing. Oh yeah, I gotta click on it first. Duh. Up. There. Submit. .web, damn it. Damn, my sausage fingers. They're not really sausagey that much, but, still. Oh, yeah. Oh. See, this is why I can't. S-T. I saw it earlier on the map. What was it? Top and up 3. Cool. And we were on the poster earlier, so boop, boop, boop are the ones. Right. The beldam lived beside the lake, her home surrounded with lush trees and plump animals. When you feel lost and all is bleak, beware the beldam of Stone Creek. Lighten up, don't make a frown, otherwise, like her, you will drown. Oof. So goes the beldam's rhyme, the witch who wreaked havoc over Stone Creek centuries ago and vowed to return in death. There's a magic in these verses that compel us to repeat it, and as we do, curiosity beckons. Who's the beldam? Why did she curse Stone Creek? When Stone Creek was first settled, the land was barren. Crops would wilt before harvest, and signs of wildlife were scarce. There was something here that repelled life. Everything but the nearby lake, where a mysterious woman lived, the beldam. Desperate, the townsfolk turned to her for help. She traded them seeds in return for the promise of a place in Stone Creek. The beldam, a blessing and a curse. Time passed. The town was on the precipice of success when an illness spread through Stone Creek. Many experienced terrible fevers, tremors, and hallucinations. None could identify the cause until some report having nightmares of the beldam before their demise, speaking in tongues and revealing her true nature. The beldam was the source of all the death and rot. Her place in Stone Creek was as its terror, and she fed off every wail, every ounce of pain they suffered. Enraged, the townsfolk marched towards her home to free themselves from her hold. In the calm waters of the lake, they drowned her, held her limbs, her body, and her head down until only a violent silence lingered. Before her death, she cursed the town with the promise they made her. The beldam will always have a place in Stone Creek, and will never leave. To this day, her legend and her spirit dwell, waiting to return their actions tenfold. Oh, it lights up. Return. The name Lake belies what is hidden beneath these murky waters. Wild tourists might visit Treasure Lake to pick up a piece of Stone Creek for themselves. The locals see the trinkets washed ashore for what they are: bait. Those who grew up here know the place by a different name: Thrasher Lake, the final resting place of the beldam. Treasure is the only thing you'll find on its shores. Now, and many times in the past, there were bodies. The first quote-unquote treasure. The oldest document in allergies and everything fucking me up. The oldest documented incident is one of Magdalena's Woods, a member of our founding families and rumored confidant of the beldam. She was present when the town turned on her friends. In that moment of chaos, she was bewitched and attacked those who fought to free Stone Creek. After the event, she went into a catatonic state. Those who cared for her said that her gaze was permanently fixed towards the direction of Treasure Lake. On the rare occasions she spoke, she asked to visit the beldam, saying she hears her friend call to her. Ultimately, she succeeds, and she met her end at the bottom of the lake. Something tightens around your ankle, your body relaxes, and you float down into the depths of the water. It's speculated that perhaps she was the sacrifice the witch needed to enact her curse, shredding her last ties to humanity. Since then, the beldam is determined for others to suffer the same fate she was dealt. So if you ever find yourself wandering the shores of Treasure Lake, you'd be wise to trust the voice that tells you to run. Otherwise, you might find yourself tempted to enter its murky waters, and you might not come back. Return treasure. Oh my god, look, there's a hand. The antler beast is said to be a twisted form of a once proud stag. Leave. The woods surrounding Stone Creek is home to a creature crafted by the Beldam. An animal so bent out of shape that its form is preserved monstrous. Those who've encountered it latch onto one detail. Its horns are a horrific sprawled mess as tall as trees. If you dare leave the marked path, you just might come face to face with the antler beast. The most known account of the antler beast belongs to Griff Wilson, a criminal who lived in Stone Creek back in the 1800s. Wilson fled to the woods after a heist, and all they found of him was a pack of carrying some mining equipment and a map scribbled over. A letter to his wife is here where he documents his stay in the woods. My Mary, forgive me, this is not how I planned it to be. I wanted to rid ourselves of this wretched town. They said this would lead me to a hidden mine with riches, but I fear I have walked into hell, and it will not leave me. These woods are unnatural. It feels like days since I started my journey, yet the sun has not set, even once. The trees are dense, endless, and I realize there's a creature that stalks me amongst them. It follows me closely. I can feel its movements above, and I dare not to look up again. When I searched for it, I saw only branches that hold up the sky, but towering over them, breaching in antlers. Sharp and curved like claws reaching down to pluck me. I felt something within me shift. It tears at my flesh to join them. I must rise up. Up, up. Mary, if these words find you, please, do not come into these woods. I need you to survive this. Leave Stone Creek like we had planned. Somehow, I will be there with you. Always. Your Griff. Oof, man. Other strange sightings and attacks have been known to happen in Stone Creek's woods. Coincidentally, most happened deep within its acres, where Griff went in search of that mine. Whether you believe him or not, we can all take heed from his words. Do not go into the woods. Leave it to the antler beast. So, return, treasure, leave, promise. Blessings of elm beads. The story of how a rare flower, which symbolized promise or unbreakable bond, turned its blessings into almonds following the Beldam's death. Kind of looks pretty cool. Elm beads are a rare flower native to Stone Creek that grow along the bark of elm trees here. In the language of flowers, it means promise or unbreakable bond. Once committed, that changed with the Beldam's death. Stone Creek held true to their meaning, the possibilities of promise. Mix that in with rumors of remnant magic, and elm beads became a good luck charm. They were favorable gifts for one to manifest positive sentiments to another. This belief persisted through times of war where soldiers would receive the flower as keepsakes from their loved ones. Something to remember home by and to keep them safe, all to fulfill their promise of returning home. People also saw elm beads as a sign of prosperity. Back when Stone Creek was a settlement, where a patch of these flowers grew. Whenever a patch of these flowers grew meant that the ground was fertile. Pockets of homes and buildings were built around these blooms, which resulted in the Stone Creek we have today. You could say that the town was shaped by flowers. Kind of sweet. From luck to misfortune. These days, elm beads are seen as omens of misfortune. Areas where the flowers are abundant have been struck with great tragedy. such as the Moore murders in 1964 and the Link apartment fire in 2005. Those careless enough to pluck these flowers would experience bouts of bad luck. The worst of it is a painful stinging in their hands that would only intensify unless the flowers were returned to their rightful place. It's not uncommon to see stems of elm beads tied to trees as a way to restore them. There are some residents here who still believe in the magic of these flowers. They think that holding onto it will allow them to experience its miracles, but belief and reality are opposing forces. The Belden keeps the score, and to her, nothing promised is ever scarce. Download here. Some new stuff have been downloaded. I don't know where that is. Promise. There. Stephanie's garden was unlocked. Alrighty, I am gonna do. This is gonna be it for this. For this episode. So far we've learned quite a bit of the origins of the Belgium, and we've learned that Paul and a few others have been missing and losing memory of those who have been missing. So we're gonna find out more the next time. Thank you all for joining. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Please click that like button. Thank you so much for joining. And there we go. Lag for a second. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.